Royal drama unfolds. Leonor's emotional gesture before wedding. Spain was ready to celebrate. The air was charged with excitement. The future queen was about to step into history. But then, something no one saw coming. An emotional gesture. One that left the palace stunned, the press speechless, and Spain divided. What did Princess Leonor do? And why does this moment matter more than anything that will happen on her wedding day? It began quietly, almost in secret. No cameras. No royal photographers. Just Princess Leonor, her closest aides, and an unshakable sense of purpose. Days before her wedding, when most brides would be focused on gowns, flowers, and traditions, Leonor was seen leaving the palace grounds. Not for a final dress fitting. Not for a rehearsal. But for something far more personal. Something she felt she needed to do before she could walk down the aisle. Witnesses say Leonor visited a place deeply tied to her childhood. A place connected to the memory of someone she loved. She stopped her car, stepped out with no official entourage, and was seen laying a small bouquet of white flowers near a secluded monument. Her gesture was quiet, but powerful. She stayed there for several minutes, head bowed, motionless. Then she wiped a tear from her face, turned, and left. News of this private visit spread quickly through Madrid. Was it a tribute, a farewell, or a statement about the kind of queen Leonor intends to be? The palace refused to comment. And that silence made the speculation grow louder. Some say she was honoring her great-grandfather, Juan de Borbón, who fought tirelessly for the restoration of Spain's monarchy. Others believe it was a quiet message to her late relatives, promising that she would protect the crown's dignity, no matter what. This single gesture became a national conversation. Was this too emotional for a future monarch? Or was this exactly what Spain needed to see from its next queen? Vulnerability, humanity, and love. The Spanish press debated every angle. Some praised her for showing heart in a world of royal protocol. Others warned that she might be setting a precedent, a monarch showing too much of her private soul to the public. But Leonor's decision was not impulsive. Insiders say she had been planning this moment for weeks, perhaps months. It wasn't about politics. It wasn't even about tradition. It was about her finding the strength to face what comes next, not just a wedding, but the weight of an entire nation's future. What makes this even more powerful is the timing. Spain is living through a moment of intense public scrutiny. Every move Leonor makes is compared to her parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia. Every word she speaks is analyzed, every gesture captured. And yet, this was her choice, unannounced, unchoreographed, and deeply human. After the visit, sources close to the palace revealed that Leonor returned visibly calmer, almost at peace. Those who saw her said she smiled softly as she entered the palace gates. The next day, she carried on with her royal duties, meeting officials, reviewing wedding plans, greeting guests, but those who know her say something had shifted. This was no longer just a princess preparing to marry. This was a young woman stepping into her destiny with full awareness of what it means. And the public could feel it. Social media flooded with messages from Spaniards and royal watchers worldwide. Some posted photos of the location where she left her flowers, turning it into an impromptu site of national reflection. Others wrote heartfelt notes about how Leonor's act reminded them of their own family traditions before big life events. The story didn't end there. Days later, Leonor was seen at an official engagement where she gave a short, heartfelt speech. She thanked the people of Spain for their love and support. And in one sentence that captured hearts, she said, "Before I take my next step, I wanted to remember where I came from." That line alone was enough to send shivers down spines. What will this mean for her marriage? For her reign? For the monarchy itself? Historians point out that moments like these often define a royal figure for years to come. Queen Elizabeth II had her wartime speeches. King Felipe had his powerful address during the constitutional crisis. And now, Princess Leonor has this quiet, emotional tribute. As her wedding approaches, the tension between duty and love grows ever sharper. The Spanish royal family is keen to present a united front, but behind closed doors, there are questions. Is Leonor carving her own path, separate from the carefully laid plans of the monarchy? Will she be a queen who follows tradition, or one who dares to break it in the name of authenticity? This single act has given Spain a glimpse of the queen she may become, compassionate yet determined, emotional yet strong. And as the day of the royal wedding draws near, One thing is clear, this was not just a moment of private mourning or reflection. It was a declaration, a promise to Spain that she will lead not just with her crown, but with her heart. And so, as the world prepares to watch her walk down the aisle, many will be thinking not just of the dress, the jewels, and the pageantry, but of this quiet moment that happened away from the cameras. The moment when Princess Leonor reminded Spain, and herself, of what truly matters before taking the most important step of her life. Because in the end, this was more than a gesture. This was a message that her reign will be shaped not just by duty, but by love, memory, and the courage to be fully human in a world that expects perfection.